Hello Internet, my name is Ashieducator. It's been a while now, and today we're going to be talking about 3 things that makes me a successful educational technology coach, teacher, and trainer. Now, it didn't all start by me becoming an educational technologist. I didn't go through the whole route of trying to become an educational technologist. I just saw the need in that niche, and I felt my computer science background would be very relevant. So I began to fine-tune everything I knew about computer science or technology to fit into the educational atmosphere. So these are 3 things you need to take into consideration if you want to be that successful in educational technology. Number 1, never ever stop learning new things. Yes, never ever stop learning new things. I have learned so much. I'm a self-educated person. I learn as much as I can learn by myself, and I like the thrill of learning by myself because it gives me the opportunity to fail fast, to explore, to get to know things that I might not have known if somebody even needed to put me through. Because if sometimes you try to put some people through certain things, you might just give them the so much important things, and the things you feel is not important, which they should have learned from, they will definitely not learn from it. So sometimes it's good to explore yourself. It's good to educate yourself. You fail fast, you get to see your mistakes, you get to see what you should not do, and automatically you move on with the next thing. Now, this has helped me so much because I've found out that no matter what I do, I don't want to rest on my oars. I don't want to rest on that I know it too much, or I know it well, or I know so much I don't need to learn anything. So, I keep moving on with the next thing. I keep learning the next thing. No matter how small it is, I just keep learning it. And mind you, there's this saying that learn from people. Yes, I actually agree with it. Learn from people who have gone through the route. They will save you hassles of mistakes and all that. But sometimes you learn from certain mistakes. There's always something in a mistake to learn from, yes. So if you're going to go through the route of self-education with a mentor behind you, always do some things even without telling your mentor, as far as they are not major, just some minor things, so that you learn some certain basic ideals and know how to adopt it. Then if you're going to talk to your mentor about it, at least you know you have tried it and you need help at that point. Now, the second thing I think is important is always look for the new things to learn from too. Always look for new things. Most times people are very comfortable with what they are used to. Yeah. Just get so comfortable. They don't want to change. They don't want to see opportunities in other things. Majorly what I do is I see a new product, I see a new app. I'm beginning to think, what can this app do in the classroom, or how can it be useful to students, or how can it be useful in the sphere of education, or majorly classroom scenarios. So this has actually helped me explore new things, explore new apps, look at opportunities behind every innovation, every invention. But some apps, some other apps are repeated iterations of other apps, and sometimes I don't see the need. How I assess an app is, I go through the app, I see what percentage of new things has been introduced that is quite different from every other app. So I check it out and I find that, this has like 50 to 60, 70% something new that is innovative and quite different from similar apps or apps that perform the same functions. Then I start exploring to see how such new things can be available or made available to teachers or to other educators. The third one there is I get to feel free when it comes to improving certain aspects of my niche. I feel free to do that. I don't think I need permission to implement a certain app in my classroom, or suggest a certain app to an educator, or need permission to actually introduce anything that I feel will be beneficial. I feel free to do that. I don't take permission. I don't even apologize for that. So that is one key skill you should know how to feel free to suggest certain new things. Be confident in what you know. That is the key. Because if you are confident in what you know, you're confident in what you have discovered, you will feel free to share it. You will not think twice, or you will not start taking permission from people to introduce something in your classroom or anything. The classroom is, I see the classroom, a typical classroom, as a laboratory, that's a chemistry lab or physics lab or whatever, a science lab, that every item that you bring to the classroom has to be a way of experimenting on what you want to improve in your classroom. Yes, you want to experiment on what you want to improve in your classroom. Because most times some things we are stuck with in the classroom. Take for example some certain teaching methods, or certain teaching styles, or certain activities in the classroom. They might be so relevant, but not relevant to a particular topic you're trying to teach. So what do? You look for new ways, you look for new things that will improve it. As you look at the goal in mind, or you look at the mission of your classroom. Don't just be stuck with activities that it has to be this specific activities, it has to be this specific thing to do. You have to look at the mission of your classroom. If the mission of your classroom is to deepen the learning of your student, go for it by any means necessary. Go for it, because that is your pride as a teacher, that is your calling as a teacher, and that is your result as a teacher. Definitely you will fail. You will fail at most some things you try to introduce because it has not been well tested, but at least you have the experience that you have researched it inside your classroom, and you can easily recommend it or easily improve on it to other teachers.